I'm Michelle Beason with National Plant Services, a Carylon Company, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Yosemite National Park. In 1864, President Abraham Lincoln signed the Yosemite Grant, which protected Yosemite Valley and transferred it to California as a state park. This was the first time that land was ever set aside for preservation and public use by the government. Even though it's a pristine wilderness area, Yosemite still has sewer and water pipes to support the human visitors, along with stormwater and river culverts to transport the snowmelt. These pipelines require inspection and maintenance just like anywhere else. No matter sun, rain, or snow, it's always the perfect time to start planning for your next pipe inspection project. This video will be a comprehensive guide on what you should be looking for when you're doing your NASCO PACP certified robotic inspections and also during in-person confined space entry inspections. NASCO's PACP is the national standard for the condition assessment of pipelines. NASCO has established recommendations for the equipment and field techniques to be used, as well as a library of defect codes that are used to document construction features like manholes and taps, as well as structural and operating and maintenance defects. NASCO.org has an excellent PACP overview video which explains the coding system. All pipeline professionals are encouraged to get PACP certified. This video is going to focus on large diameter pipelines and some of the more uncommon issues we see when completing a condition assessment. Let's start with robotic CCTV inspections. In California, it is common to see large diameter pipelines with crown spray, which is a high pH material such as magnesium hydroxide. The objective of this spray is to prevent microbial-induced corrosion on the concrete surface. This material peels off over time, causing the pipe to look like the concrete walls are spalling, when in fact it may just be the crown spray that's peeling off. Since it can be hard to discern what is crown spray and what is concrete, performing a multi-sensor inspection using LiDAR is the best way to measure the pipe to determine if it's crown spray or the concrete walls that are spalling. Sometimes what looks like a coating is just a layer of slime film, such as in this case of a peeling slime layer over a white mortar-lined steel pipe. In this image, you can also see a Weco repair seal. These Weco seals are installed trenchlessly to stop leaks. Exposed rebar will often appear white. This white layer can form when zinc is exposed to hydrogen and oxygen. This interaction creates a white zinc hydroxide rust instead of iron oxide, which is the common composition of rust. T-lock line pipe can exhibit blistering between the T's. A study is referenced below, completed by the City of Los Angeles Bureau of Engineering regarding this issue, found that the blisters were formed by moisture behind the liner and that no corrosion was found in the area of the concrete protected by the T-lock. One of my customers did similar testing on their blistering T-lock and found the same result. My favorite type of inspection is through a confined space entry pipe walk, as much more information on the pipe condition can be gathered. All horizontal entry inspections are completed only after preparation and approval of a detailed confined space entry plan. Entrants wear gas monitors, walkie-talkies, harnesses, and proper PPE at all times. We also follow the entrance with a robotic CCTV crawler so that the entrance can be watched by the CCTV operator. Our rescue certified personnel are on site with necessary equipment, including SCBAs and a rescue stretcher. Once all personnel are suited up and a safe pipe environment is confirmed, it's time to enter the pipe and start our inspections. Confined space entry inspections allow you to measure pipe defects and features and see more than a CCTV crawler can. Okay, let's go to the next void. Okay. Entry inspections are also the perfect time to perform scratch hammer and pH tests to measure the strength of the concrete. Concrete surfaces may appear to be strong and intact, but may yield to even minor hand pressure. Oh, this just came off. I put my hand on the wall. Look at that. Yeah, definitely very soft. Just with my hand, it just came right off. Confined space entry inspections are also important to evaluate complicated, time-sensitive shutdown scenarios and to develop a detailed work plan. You're not going to be able to drain all this. We can get this drained out naturally. We observe different types of pipe failure in CMP or corrugated metal pipe. The invert of CMP will rust out along the normal water flow line. In this example, when the invert rusted out, the earth pressures pushed the sides of the pipe inward, resulting in the invert edges buckling into and overlapping each other. This resulted in large offset joints which caused a sinkhole above ground. CMP arch pipe buckles differently. Excessive loading over a weak pipe can create bulges at the top of the pipe, which continue to flatten out across the pipe width, eventually causing a collapse. With deformed pipelines such as these, we typically put in high-strength bracing to protect our employees during the rehabilitation process. Voids are often found behind the walls of CMP pipe that have severe invert corrosion, and humans do a better job of finding those issues than robots. Pipe wall soundings can also be made with good success, as the pipe walls will sound hollow if a void is behind it. Human inspectors can also check the integrity of the metal walls and bolts, and can measure the bolts and the distance between corrugations. We can also test coatings to determine if they are still protecting the metal underneath.
Oh, gross. Some algae or something. Look at this, it's like goopy.
This large diameter storm culvert had a new concrete invert poured to replace the rusted out CMP invert. However, the invert wasn't tied into the pipe walls, and the invert concrete wasn't poured to slope away from the CMP sides, allowing water to sit and rust out the metal. Once these pipe walls fully separated at the rust line along the invert concrete, the pipe was susceptible to the soil load above, and the pipe walls have slid down behind the invert, deforming the pipe by as much as 30%.
Shearing down and laterally as well. 1-3 feet.
I hope that you have enjoyed this journey underground with me, and that I was able to teach you something new to help you with your future condition assessment projects. Accurate and detailed condition assessments such as these will greatly improve any rehabilitation planning and design effort.
Yay, we're done! Woo-hoo!